Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to MYC Uncensored, or if you're new here, welcome. This is Satini. Yeah, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I mean, when I'm recording this, it is really cold and it's been raining over here. I know we have listeners from all over the world, so what's the weather like where you are? It's not even winter here yet, but yeah, I hope those in Australia or any other colder areas, I hope you're keeping dry and warm. But yeah, anyways, I didn't come on here to talk about the weather. Um, but I just wanted to see, as you can see by the title, about NAPCAN's Love Bites. So yeah, I attended a 2-day, I guess, workshop training for a program called Love Bites, and it's from an organization, NAPCAN, which, before I kind of briefly talk more about it, I think it was important for me to bring this up, and I think many of the podcasters agreed that because of everything that has been happening, if you don't know, there's been a lot of violence towards women these past few months or weeks. Yeah, it's just been a crazy time, and I thought it was important to kind of bring it up and mention, considering this is a all female podcast, and whether the listeners are female, male, whatever you identify as. I thought yeah, it's something that's very real that has been happening, and this training kind of just came at the right time, I guess, for me, in both a professional and personal development. So NAPCAN's Love Bites program is an educational initiative aimed at preventing domestic and dating violence among young people. It provides workshops and resources designed to promote healthier relationships, consent, and respectful behavior. The program typically targets high school students and covers topics such as communication skills, recognizing warning signs of abuse, understanding consent, and building empathy. The Love Bites workshops are interactive and engaging, incorporating activities, discussions, and scenarios to help participants develop skills for fostering safe and respectful relationships. The program also emphasizes the importance of community involvement and encourages collaboration between schools, parents, caregivers, and other stakeholders to create a supportive environments for young people. So overall, Love Bites aims to empower young people with the knowledge and skills they need to form positive, violence-free relationships. So yeah, I attended that. So officially, I can be a Love Bites facilitator. Yay! So I think and yeah, I just found it really relevant for the podcast to kind of mention and share about it, because a lot of our listeners, from the stats wise, so many share or put in questions about relationships, dating, boys, and all that stuff, which is so it's just the thing, it's very normal to be curious about that stuff, right? But I think it's more important discussing relationships and how to impress a guy and how do I know if a guy likes me and stuff. But how can you young people have healthy relationships that do not tolerate any disrespect or any violence overall? And I just want to touch on a few things that was shared in the training, which would definitely help me be able to create more content for you guys regarding healthy relationships, because we already do have that series, but kind of just implementing the information and resources that I learned in the training to like bring it here on the podcast, so we can all benefit from this, right? And one of the things is communication, which we mention all the time. And in a healthy relationship, partners openly discuss their feelings, needs, and concerns. So, for example, imagine a scenario where one partner feels neglected because the other spends too much time on their phone during dates. They would discuss their feelings openly, expressing how the behavior makes them feel and finding a compromise, like setting designated phone-free times during the date. Pretty self-explanatory. Second is respect. So respect means acknowledging and valuing each other's boundaries and choices. For instance, suppose one partner enjoys spending time with friends without their significant other. In a respectful relationship, their partner understands and respects this need for independence, refraining from guilt-tripping or demanding constant attention when they choose to hang out with their friends. Which makes me curious, like, are you guys, and you know, here on MYC Uncensored podcast, like, we'll be keeping it real, relatable, and realistic. So, are you guys that type where, like, if your partner has friends, like, do you expect that you hang out with them and their friends too? Like, be sure to let us know. And this is judgment-free zone, by the way, of course. Another point that they mention heavily in the love bites is consent. So consent is about enthusiastically agreeing to engage in activities without pressure or coercion. So for example, consider a scenario where a couple is getting intimate and one partner expresses discomfort with a certain activity. In a relationship built on consent, the other partner immediately stops and checks in, ensuring that both partners are comfortable and enthusiastic about any activities they engage in together. And I think consent is such a big, important topic that needs to be spoken about more. I won't touch on it right now. Like, I'll just touch briefly on it because we have questions that have been sent in by listeners or filled out on our surveys and stuff. And there's been a few about, how do I know when I'm ready? Or my boyfriend says he wants to do this and that, but I don't want to. And the thing that young people, and I'm going to say young people because, well, I work at a youth center, and, you know, this program is delivered for young people. So young people, I think there's kind of that misunderstanding, I guess, that even if you're in a relationship, right, you still have to have consent. And consent isn't only like when you're getting intimate, but with like subconsciously or like without realizing, we give consent all the time. So something like as simple as, oh, can I have a drink from your water bottle? Or, oh, is it okay if I use your pen? Or this and that. It's like small things like that. And sorry, just going back to what I was saying, like, even in a relationship, it's important to still ask for consent. Just because you're with that person does not mean that you have to give it up to them or something. But yeah, no, that's definitely a topic that will be discussed more about. Or I think even if you guys would be interested, just having a episode for like each point that's touched on in the program, because I feel like for all of them there's a lot that can be spoken about. But yeah, let us know as always. But moving forward, like another one, equality. So equality in a relationship means both partners have equal say in decision making and share responsibilities. So suppose one partner is more financially stable than the other. In an equal relationship, they may decide to split expenses, proportionally to their incomes, ensuring that both contribute fairly and feel financially empowered within the relationship. Another is support. So supportive partners are there for each other during both good times and bad. So picturing a scenario where one partner is dealing with anxiety before a big presentation. In a supportive relationship, the other partner offers words of encouragement, helps practice the presentation, and provides emotional support, demonstrating their commitment to the partner's well-being. Another is boundaries. So setting boundaries helps establish mutual respect and ensure both partners feel safe and comfortable. So let's say one partner prefers not to share passwords to their social media accounts. In a healthy relationship with boundaries, the other partner respects this boundary, understanding that trust is built on mutual respect and not needing constant surveillance. Definitely let me know if you're that type too. I know there's so many out there that want to check their partner's phones even if they do have trust. So yeah, be sure to let us know. Which carries on to the second point, trust. Not a second point, but yeah, next point, trust. And trust is built through honesty, reliability, and consistency. So imagining a scenario where one partner has to work late unexpectedly. In a trusting relationship, the other partner believes the explanation without questioning or accusing them of dishonesty, knowing that trust is foundational in their connection. And another area that the program covers is conflict resolution. So disagreements are inevitable, but resolving conflicts in a healthy manner is essential. Imagine a scenario where partners disagree about where to spend the holidays. In a relationship with effective conflict resolution skills, they take turns expressing their preferences, listen actively to each other's perspectives, and ultimately find a compromise that honors both of their needs and desires. So yeah, the program covers a lot. Like I said, I hope to bring all that information here to the podcast because it'll benefit all of you out there, I'm sure, as well as hopefully in the future kind of implementing the Love Bites program into like training here at the youth center for any of you young people that might be from around here. But yeah, I'm excited for to be speaking more about healthy relationships and kind of going more into depth with like I guess if you guys have any specific scenarios or your own experiences that you think would be relatable to others or might help someone else in the same situation, let us know. We do have a confessions and I think input form in our link tree to Google form. No names has to be written down. Everything's anonymous, which allows you the freedom to be as honest as you want. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's basically me just like rambling about how excited I was to do that training. But yeah, if you're a young listener, then maybe one day I'll be facilitating at your school with the other facilitators and then we'll meet and all that stuff. But yeah, so thank you guys for listening. As always, take care of yourselves and I'll see you in another episode. Bye.